Simon, this is awful and so predictable as well. But even if you're not going to France, will the air traffic control strike that is going on, could it possibly be affecting you with other destinations as well?
Right. The good news is that although there are thousands of people waking up this morning in the wrong country, they were all the British holidaymakers hoping to get to Spain, to Portugal, to France, to Switzerland, to Italy yesterday, whose flights were cancelled. The flights are operating normally today and are expected to do so this weekend. The big problem for airline passengers is next weekend. French air traffic controllers have warned there are going to be another 3 days of strikes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which of course is the big homecoming. The airlines won't yet say how they're going to be affected, but undoubtedly there will be cancellations because so many flights pass over French airspace. So even if you're just trying to get from Malaga to Manchester, you might find that your flight is either late or, I hope not, cancelled. Couple of bits of good news though. There's an EasyJet strike at Malaga Airport starting on Tuesday, but the airline tells me that ground staff's action won't have any effect on their operation. And I've just heard from Thomas Cook Airlines Union Unite that they will not be taking any action over half-term holiday either. So on the skies, good this weekend. Next weekend, who knows?
Simon, if people are already in France and they're planning to come back next weekend and they get stranded, or if you decide, I can't be doing with all this, I'm going to stay at home and cancel my trip, are you insured for either of those?
No, unfortunately, you're not. Let's just look at the situation in France. In the past half hour, I've been talking to the RAC. They say that now more than half of the petrol stations in France are running short of fuel or have no fuel. It's a difficult situation to be going into, but I talked to the Association of British Insurers. They say because the Foreign Office isn't saying don't go to France, it's not an insurable risk. Some ferry operators may be flexible. For instance, if you're booked to travel on the Western Channel with Brittany Ferries, they will give you a voucher for future use if you decide not to go for this half term. But generally, normal cancellation conditions apply, and that's going to put a lot of stress, I'm afraid, on families who are heading across the Channel this weekend.
Oh, talking about stress, it doesn't get any worse than what's happening on the roads in France as well. Just explain this situation, this petrol tanker blockade that's going on.
Well, it's been going on actually now for 10 days, but it's been gradually getting worse. The French government has said, right, even though most of our refineries are being blockaded, we're going to get the fuel out of our emergency storage. And they reckon they've got enough for 4 months, which, of course, for anybody following the Euros, which start, in 2 weeks' time today, is good news. However, the problem is they've got to get it to those locations. And that is going to be a problem, given that some of the auto routes are being blockaded as well. So the advice from the motoring organisations and from me is, of course, fill up before you leave the UK. Don't wait to get cheap fuel over there. If you see fuel while you're going along, keep topped up. In terms of taking fuel, if you've got proper jerry cans, then if you're going on the ferry, you can take them empty. Don't put them on the boat with fuel in. If you're going on Eurotunnel, there is a certain limit that you can take for the journey itself. And of course, if you're heading, say, down to the French Riviera around Nice, you can actually avoid most of France, just cut through Belgium, Luxembourg, cut the corner off around Alsace into Switzerland down through Italy, and that way you will avoid all the strikers. But I'm afraid, as with so many bank holiday weekends, it's a matter of hoping for the best, but being prepared for delays and disruption.
Well, Simon, good luck to you.
Thank you. Hope you get away, Simon.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate that. Or you could do what the RAC suggest. If you haven't invested much money in going to France, perhaps you'd be better off enjoying a staycation and not getting involved, which is.
And also, there is a website which shows you the petrol stations.
Which is, darling?
Which is monessence.fr, which we'll put on our website.
You won't be able to spell
it's all French, but we'll put it on our website.
Yeah.